Good Omens. Season 2 has finally arrived, ready to tug at our heartstrings once again. This season takes a more intimate approach, focusing on character development rather than the world's fate, as Neil Gaiman expands the mythology originally crafted by Terry Pratchett in the novel. This expansion reveals that the quirky universe still holds many untold stories. The standout performances by Michael Sheen and David Tennant, who portray Aziraphale and Crowley respectively, add mesmerizing layers to these beloved protagonists, making them among the most memorable characters in television history. As the season progresses, a central mystery emerges, clouding the narrative. However, fret not, as all the answers to the mystery are unveiled in the season finale. It's understandable if some details were missed amid the emotional rollercoaster of the final episodes, especially when wiping away those heartfelt tears. Now that the entire Season 2 of Good Omens is available for streaming on Prime Video, let's delve into the thrilling ending and explore what the future holds for Aziraphale and Crowley. By the conclusion of Season 1 of Good Omens, Aziraphale and Crowley found themselves as independent agents on Earth, alienated by both heaven and hell due to their pivotal role in averting Armageddon. Season 2 picks up a few years later, after the events of the Season 1 finale. During this time, Aziraphale and Crowley have adapted to their serene life on Wickba Street. Aziraphale continues to take pride in running his beloved bookshop, while Crowley, on the other hand, has been residing in his car after being evicted from his apartment by Shax, a demon dispatched by hell to assume his previous responsibility of tormenting humans on Earth. Aziraphale and Crowley's peaceful existence takes a wild turn when Gabriel, the supreme archangel of heaven portrayed by John Hamm, unexpectedly arrives at the bookshop in a peculiar state, naked and carrying an empty box. He has suffered memory loss and is clueless about why he seeks refuge in the bookstore. Despite Gabriel's past attempt to destroy Aziraphale in Season 1, the kind-hearted angel cannot ignore someone in need and decides to offer his assistance. Crowley, on the other hand, initially harbors resentment and is reluctant to help the fallen archangel. However, when he discovers that heaven intends to wipe out anyone who aids Gabriel from the Book of Life, the demon's outlook changes, and he decides to stand firmly by Aziraphale's side. The situation becomes even more complicated as hell joins the hunt for Gabriel. Beelzebub, portrayed by Shelley Conn, orders her demons to search for the lost archangel, adding further tension to the already chaotic circumstances. Throughout Season 2 of Good Omens, Aziraphale and Crowley protect Gabriel from the prying eyes of heaven and hell, all the while delving into the mystery behind his memory loss. In the climactic final episode, Shax orchestrates a demonic assault on Aziraphale's cherished bookshop, while Crowley ingeniously manipulates the innocent angel Muriel, Quelyn Sepulveda, to gain access to heaven. Once in the heavenly realm, Crowley makes a shocking discovery. Gabriel had actively refused to initiate Armageddon 2, an act seen as an act of treason by heaven's standards. As a consequence, the mighty archangel was subjected to a trial, found guilty of his defiance, and subsequently demoted to the lowest rank within the celestial hierarchy. In Good Omens, Metatron, Derek Jacobi, the angel who acts as the spokesperson for the Creator, holds the belief that sending Gabriel to hell might create the wrong impression, potentially tarnishing Paradise's administration record with another Satan incident. Consequently, Gabriel is not only sentenced to be banished to hell, but also to have his memory wiped clean, an attempt to bury the controversial incident. However, just before this memory-wiping process takes place, Gabriel takes an unusual course of action. He sheds his clothes, writes something on a cardboard box, and descends to Earth via an elevator. As Heaven's administrators attempt to erase his memories, they encounter an unexpected obstacle. Gabriel's memories appear to be elusive, sparking a frantic pursuit for the supreme archangel on Earth. The enigmatic puzzle finds its resolution within the confines of Aziraphale's bookshop. As a desperate last resort to thwart the forces of hell, Aziraphale takes a drastic step and detonates his own halo, an action deemed as a declaration of war. This daring move summons the leaders of heaven and hell to converge at the bookshop, poised to unleash Armageddon 2 upon the world. Amidst the chaos, Crowley steps in and stumbles upon Gabriel's card box, carefully reading the message inscribed upon it. "It's in the fly." This cryptic clue leads them to an unexpected revelation. Gabriel has safeguarded his memories within a fly, of all things. Astonishingly, the fly is no ordinary insect. It serves as an extraordinary container with boundless space, bestowed upon Gabriel by Beelzebub, the Lord of the Flies. Following the failed Armageddon in Season 1 of Good Omens, Gabriel and Beelzebub engage in clandestine meetings to discuss strategies to prevent the armies of heaven and hell from reigniting the war. As most angels and demons are devoted to the Great War, the interference of Aziraphale and Crowley in stopping the apocalypse puts both leaders in a precarious position. During this secret rendezvous, an unexpected twist unfolds. Gabriel and Beelzebub find themselves falling in love with each other. They make a heartfelt vow to halt Armageddon indefinitely, ensuring they will never have to confront each other on the battlefield. This decision comes from the realization that their love for each other is more profound than the divide between their respective realms. When the truth is ultimately revealed, Gabriel and Beelzebub bravely relinquish their posts and depart for Alpha Centauri, prioritizing their love over allegiance to their factions. In light of Metatron's intervention, Armageddon is officially called off, allowing angels and demons to return to their respective domains. Thus, love and compassion triumph over conflict, bringing a newfound peace to the celestial and infernal realms in Good Omens. In Season 2 of Good Omens, two new characters are introduced: Nina, portrayed by Nina Sosanya, and Maggie, played by Maggie Service. Maggie runs a record shop and secretly harbors feelings for Nina, who, in turn, owns a coffee shop and is trapped in an abusive relationship. Aziraphale and Crowley devise a clever plan to protect Gabriel's identity by performing a miraculous act. However, this miracle emits a detectable energy signature, alerting Heaven to the unusual occurrence. In response, Heaven dispatches Muriel to investigate the matter further. To account for the energy surge, Aziraphale fabricates a story, claiming that the miracle was intended to make Nina and Maggie fall in love with each other. Thus, throughout Season 2, Aziraphale and Crowley are determined to transform this lie into reality without resorting to magic. Their efforts to bring Nina and Maggie together without supernatural intervention become the central focus of their endeavors, as they strive to turn a mere falsehood into a genuine connection between the two human characters. As Season 2 of Good Omens draws to a close, Nina and Maggie come to a profound realization. They are undeniably attracted to each other. However, given that Nina has recently ended a previous relationship, they mutually decide to take things slowly and give themselves time to explore their newfound emotions. During this critical juncture, the pair confronts Crowley for meddling in their lives, reminding him that they are fully capable of making their own decisions without his interference. In this process, Nina and Maggie inadvertently become catalysts for a revelation within Crowley himself. Through their candid confrontation, Crowley begins to comprehend his own feelings. As he witnesses the genuine connection between Nina and Maggie, he starts to recognize that he too harbors deep emotions for Aziraphale. This realization leads Crowley on a path of self-discovery, coming to terms with his love for the angelic companion. After the prevention of Armageddon 2, an unexpected offer arises for Aziraphale from Metatron. The Supreme Archangel proposes that Aziraphale take on the prestigious role, giving him the authority to restore Crowley's angelic status and bring him back to heaven. This astounding opportunity fills Aziraphale with excitement, envisioning a future where he and Crowley can govern together and strive to create a better world. However, Crowley's response is far from elation. Instead, he becomes enraged with Aziraphale. Throughout thousands of years, Crowley has been steadfast in showing Aziraphale that heaven is not as different from hell as they might believe. Both factions are willing to inflict pain upon others to justify their perspectives and agendas. This revelation causes a rift between the two friends, as Crowley can't ignore the suffering caused by both heaven and hell. He resents the idea of returning to a place that has perpetuated such actions, questioning the notion of ruling alongside Aziraphale within a system he perceives as flawed. The conflicting ideologies threaten to strain their bond, as they grapple with their differing perspectives on heaven, hell, and the world they once knew. In a heartfelt moment, Crowley lays bare his feelings and implores Aziraphale to stay on Earth with him. He draws inspiration from the successful love story of Gabriel and Beelzebub, believing that they too can find happiness together. However, Aziraphale has a different perspective and proposes that Crowley join him in heaven, where they can make a positive impact from within the celestial hierarchy. Crowley considers Aziraphale's suggestion to be delusional, convinced that the corporate machinations of heaven would stifle any meaningful change. Conversely, Aziraphale firmly believes that his role in heaven holds the utmost importance in shaping the future. As they face the difficult choice, Crowley decides to seize the moment and steals a tender kiss from Aziraphale before they part ways, their hearts heavy with the weight of their decisions. Ultimately, Crowley remains on Earth as an independent agent, while Aziraphale accompanies Metatron to heaven, tasked with administering the Second Coming. However, the story does not end there. Despite their separation, hope lingers that the star-crossed lovers will find their way back to each other. Aziraphale may come to realize that his choice might not have been the right one, and their paths may converge once more in the future. The possibility of a reunion fills the hearts of both Crowley and Aziraphale with longing and anticipation. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon, so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.